Hey, what is going on, everyone? Good morning, grand risings. I hope everyone is doing well today. The other day, I did a video talking about how you can pretty much maximize your finances and wealth in the new year. And one of the responses I got was about how can you get your spouse on board when it comes to finances. This particular individual mentioned that she and her husband were separated a few years back and they were actually going towards a divorce, but they reconciled. Now he wants to keep his finances separate so that he can pay off his debt. So let me talk a little bit about the wording. He wants to pay off his debt and keep the finances separate. The issue with that is that I personally believe that when you get married, you become one. That's what we're told. That's what we're taught. And that's what I believe. You know, of course, you have your individuality. And I would never preach to anybody to not be an individual as well. But ultimately, you know, when you're talking about finances, I mean, you share the same bathroom, you share the same bedroom, you share the same home. And I believe you should share your finances as well. And how that looks is that you have one big pot. So if spouse A makes $100,000 a year and spouse B makes $30,000 a year, we make $130,000 a year. And everything goes into that one big pot. Now, you can have smaller pots as well. You can have other bank accounts where you each get a certain amount of blow money or whatever. You know, some people have multiple accounts for various reasons. They might have one checking account that goes towards paying bills. They might have one checking account that goes towards the mortgage. You know, there are various reasons why you may have multiple accounts. But one of those accounts that I would definitely recommend would be like a blow money account for each person. And this is the only account I believe that, you know, you don't necessarily have to tell the other person how much is in there. This is, I'm not going to say a secret account, but this is your personal account. Reason being is, let's suppose you want to do something and surprise your spouse with this particular money, or you want to do girls' night with this money. That's for you to do. And there's no question. My wife and I each have a blow money account. I don't know how much is in hers. She don't know how much is in mine. But that has given my wife the ability to feel more free from, and not always having me question various purchases that may come from the general account that had not been budgeted for. So I think, first of all, we need to change our language and we need to say our account. But that's going to take some time, right? You're going to have to speak with your spouse and let the spouse know, let your husband know why it is important for you to be on the same page with him. Let him know some of your fears regarding money. Let him know some of your dreams regarding money. Like, why are you afraid to continue to have separate finances? Have that conversation. It might be a challenging conversation at first, but ultimately you have to have that conversation in order to move forward. And like I said, also your dreams. Like, what are some of the things you want to accomplish with money moving forward down the line? Why do you think that being on the same page with money will help you to accomplish these goals? Let him notice, have that conversation, have that dialogue. Sit down and make it a date night, make it a date night and let him know why it's important to you that you want to get into this coexisting financial relationship. Because otherwise, if you are separate, who knows, you're both going in separate directions. I've seen situations where you have somebody that might be making, let's say $100,000 a year, and the other one might be making $30,000 a year. The one who's making $100,000 a year has X amount of money in his or her retirement, and then the one who's making lower money doesn't have anything. And they are splitting things equally down the middle. So the person who's making $30,000 is broke, and the person who's making $100,000 has more money and is more comfortable. I personally don't think that any marriage should be in that situation. I just don't. I think when you get married, you both are agreeing to take care of the other one through thick and thin. So I just don't believe that finances should be separate when you get married. Now, I will tell you one thing that helped my wife and I get on the same page with money, and that was when we took Financial Peace University. Say what you want to say about Dave Ramsey. I do think Financial Peace University is one of the best tools to get married couples on the same page. It definitely helps to hold each other accountable, and it allows the reluctant spouse to somewhat start understanding the reasons that the worried spouse always worries about money, and it allows you to kind of combine things and get on the same page, and that's of the utmost importance when you're talking about building wealth. So I would definitely say that you approach your husband, and you could even say, hey, let's work on this situation together. I want us both to do this collaboratively. This is not only your debt, this is our debt. This is not only your burden, this is our burden, and I'm more than happy to help you pay it off. That's it. I would approach him with empathy. I would approach him with kindness, and I would definitely, be willing to compromise. I'll be willing to compromise with him and, just do whatever I need to do in order to support him. But just the fact that you asked that question, the fact that we're having this conversation, I think is a great thing. It's a step in the right direction. You can even show him this video, and this is only to that particular commenter, but anybody could do the same thing. You can use these same steps to get on the same page. That's what my wife and I did. I was losing sleep at night. She didn't understand why. But when we got on the same page, when we started having these conversations, then we were able to both come to an agreement that it was something that needed to be done. And now we have so much more peace in our financial lives. So, hey, if you got any more questions, please let me know. I am just somebody who has been married for going on 18 years, who has turned around, with the partnership of my wife, who's turned around a terrible financial situation, and we are headed towards $1 million net worth, but we're just regular people. So we are no different than you guys. We struggle. We have those days where we're like, oh, whatever that means. But hey, just keep grinding, keep doing what you need to do. And the fact that you asked that question really shows that you care. And I'm definitely out here, praying for your marriage. And I think that things will go well. I would love to hear your feedback and let me know how things go. All right. Everybody who's watched this video, y'all have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and take care. Thank you.